Good morning, students. Welcome to the virtual classrooms. As we are doing it as a numericals for the thermodynamics, some of them we did it with a certain formulas. Certain numericals still they are there to be done. So we will do it today. Some of the numericals based on bond enthalpies or entropy, right? So let's get it as in certain numericals. The first one that we want to do it, that is calculate the enthalpy change of the following reaction. The reaction that is given to us is 2 moles of C2H2 plus 5 moles of O2. It gets converted into 6 moles of CO2 it gets converted into 4 moles of CO2 plus 2 moles of H2. The bond enthalpies that is for CH, C triple bond C, O double bond O, C double bond O and OH that are given to us. These values are given to us as 414, 814, 400, 724 and 840 kilojoule per mole. Right? Okay. Now, what has been asked? We want to calculate the delta H for the given reaction. Right? But at the same time, the bond enthalpies are given to me. So now, as we know it, if the bond enthalpies are there, your delta H will be written as summation of HR minus summation of HP. That means reactant minus product, enthalpy of reactant minus product, specifically for the bond enthalpies when they have been given. So now what is given to us? Actually we are being given the reaction. Enthalpies are there. How to get the reactant? So first of all, as per the reaction it is shown to me, it's a C2H2. So what is the structure of C2H2? C triple bond CHH. This is the C2H2. So that shows me that there is a one CH, another CH. Two CH are there. And into 2. So that means 4 CH bonds are there. Right? Similarly, it's having C triple bond C. And there are 2 C triple bond C. Right? Again, 5O2. O2 means we are having it as an O double bond O. Now there is 1 into 5. So we are having it as an 5 O double bond O structure. Right? These are all for the reactants. Similarly, now when I go it for CO2, the structure of the CO2 will be written as C double bond O double bond O. It shows that there is 1 and 2 C double bond O. And how many are there? 4 molecules are there. That means we are having it as an 8 C double bond O. Right? Similarly, H2O. That means we are having it as an OH, another OH. So total 2 OH groups into 2. So that means 4 OH. right? We have been having, we want to calculate the bond enthalpies when we have been given out. We will find out the structure, calculate the number of bonds, and then according to it put the values. Now we are having 4 CH 414, C triple bond 814, O double bond O. We are having it as in the values that are given to us. Now we have to simply place the values, right? 8 C double bond O and 4 OH. Multiplying it, we will be getting it as an answer of this. Answer of this, subtract it, we are getting it as an X, that is kilojoule. That will be the answer. Now multiplication, subtraction, that you can do it by using your calculator, right? So when we have been given out the bond enthalpies, this is the factor that we will have to find out. We should be able to know the exact bonding, then only we will be able to get the correct numbers, right? Okay, for in practice, we will have it as in one more numerical for it. Okay, make it sure that addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are correctly done by you, right? You are going to use the calculators, so make sure that we don't get it as in anything wrong, right? Let's do it one more numerical. We have been given like the numerical that is given to us. Calculate the resonance energy of N2O. Delta H of N2O. It's given to us 82 kilojoule per mole. Bond enthalpies of N double bond N double bond, triple bond, and O double bond O, as well as for N. Like last time we wrote it, we will do it like that only. It's given to us N triple bond N, N double bond N, then O double bond O, N, O, that are given to us as 418, 498, given to us 948, 418, 498, 607 kilojoule per mole. Okay, now this is told to us that calculate the resonance energy. Now when I want to go it for the resonance energy, first of all the compound has to be prepared. So I will have to write the reaction that will be taking place for it. So what will be the reaction? We will be having it as an N2. That is nitrogen. It's going to react with half mole of O2 so that it gets converted into N2O. Now specifically, when we go for the structure, what we will be having it, this is N triple bond N, this is O double bond O. What will be N2O? We will be having it as an N double bond O. Right? So, what we will be having it, we want to calculate the delta H for it. Right? This is what our question mark is. We want to calculate it. So for that, we are going to have it as an HR minus HP summation. So we will be getting it, HR means N triple bond N, and that is only one mole. O double bond O, but that is only half mole. So whatever the double bond energy is given to us, half of it we will be including to it, minus N double bond N and N double bond O, right? From this structure we will be getting N double bond N, N double bond O. Substitute the value given to us, 948, half of it, 498, 418, 607. Simply addition subtraction will give me the answer. Right? Again, see what is the main factor for this. I should know the reaction, I should know the bonding. Once it is known, it becomes very easier to go for addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Right? These are the numericals that we did it, that are for the bond enthalpies. Now let us take it as in some other numericals which are based on entropy. We wrote the formula delta S, that is equals to delta H by T, right, to know the spontaneity of the reaction system and surrounding. Both the factors we are going to include for it, right? So let's first of all find out certain numericals which helps me to find out the entropy, how to calculate the entropy, right? So for that case, the numerical that is given to me, the enthalpy of vaporization of liquid, that is diethyl ether. The liquid that we are going to use it is diethyl ether, whose value is 26 kilojoule per mole. At 35.6 degrees Celsius. Calculate entropy change. Now, particularly the given to us, it's an enthalpy of vaporization. Now, enthalpy of vaporization, it indicates that we are having been delta H vaporization. Its value is 26 kilojoule per mole. Right? Okay. Temperature is given to us 35.6 degrees Celsius. And we can't do it in the Celsius. We have to always convert it into Kelvin. 273.15 plus 35.6. So we are going to get it as 308.75 Kelvin. We want to find out delta S, change in entropy. So that is given out as delta S. What is the formula we are using for it? Delta S is equals to delta H vaporization by T. Simple, right? We will be having it as in 26 upon 308.75. Now this is given to me in kilojoule, so I am converting into joule. So this unit I am going to get it as joule per Kelvin. Right? I made it as in the calculation to be a bigger one, so that I get it as an appropriate value. So we multiplied it by this as 26 into 10 raised to 3 joule per mole. Right? So we get this as in term in the terms of delta S as joule per Kelvin. Right? Clear? It's a much simpler sums. We are not having it as in the anything twisted or anything. Only the thing is, from the data we should be able to predict what are the things given to us and what I want to calculate. Right? A similar type of one more sum. Let's have it. Calculate the entropy change when 38 grams of okay, now particularly again in this sum, what we want to calculate, it's a entropy change. That means I want to calculate delta S, right? Okay, what is the quantity that is given to us? 38 gram, that is mass, right? Whereas delta H vaporization, that is given to us in kilojoule per mole, right? Now this value is given to me for 1 mole. I want to calculate it for mass. So first of all, either I should convert this into mass or this into mole. So this one is much better to convert into moles. We are having it, the formula, moles, that is equals to mass upon molar mass, that is 38. Now this is for H2O, its molar mass is 18, right, for water. So we will be getting it X moles. 18 to the 36, 2.2. You will be getting it approximately 2.2 moles, right? Not even 2.2, 2.1. Okay, approx. This is, you can do it by the calculator. You will get the answer. Now, once we get it moles, this many moles are there. This value is given to me for 1 mole. I want to calculate the entropy change. So delta S is equals to delta H vaporization by T. Now this is for 40.63. That is for 1 mole. I want it as for 2 moles. I'm putting it. I'm not getting that answer. You can get it. You can place it directly or just multiply it by this, right? And the temperature is given to us, that is 373. So this one will give me again kilojoule per Kelvin. The unit will be getting it kilojoule per Kelvin, because this is, again we took it in the kilojoule only. We did not multiply this time by 10 raised to 3. So that value is going to give me the change in entropy. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's do it the another topic where we want to go it for free energy. We are having it as some numericals, some formulas also, therefore free energy. Okay, now for the free energy, that means we are doing it as delta G, right? We want to find out the free energy of the substance. So for that case, the numerical is for the formation of propane, that is C3H8 at 298 Kelvin. The delta H of propane the delta H for the propane is given to us as minus 103.85. And entropy for the reaction. That is given to us as minus 269.74 joule per Kelvin. Okay, now particularly for this question, what is given to us? Free energy. That means we want to find out delta G. Delta H for the propane is given to us. Now this is in the terms of kilojoule per mole, whereas delta S is given to us minus 269.74 joule Kelvin, right? So this is in joule, kilojoule, and this is in joule. So either of it has to be converted into its same unit. So it will be much easier to convert minus 103.85 into 10 raised to 3 joule per mole. Right? It will be much easier for us. Now, that means we can say that this value is 103.850 joule per mole, so that it becomes easier for us to go for calculations. Right? What is the formula that we will be using it? Delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. This is the formula that we are having it. Now delta H we got it minus 103.850 minus T that is 298. Delta S that is given to us as minus 269.74. Right? Now this value on multiplication we are going to get it as minus. Minus will come out to be as in plus. So we will be getting it as plus this value, because this minus and this minus will make it addition. So whatever the multiplication of this value you are going to get it, we are going to put it as x and get the answer. And this answer will be again in joules. The free energy that you are going to calculate, we are going to get it as joules, because we converted the joule per mole, right, and joule per Kelvin. So this answer we are going to get it in the terms of joules. Right? Again, repeating it, that while you are doing this type of numericals, make it sure that you are having appropriate formulas, perfect calculations by using your calculators. We don't make it as an addition, subtraction, any error for it. And once if I get the perfect formula, this has to be very easy. Right? Okay. Still we will do it some more numericals for the practice for the other formulas that we are having for the free energy, but that we'll do it in our next lecture. Till then, thank you.